Hey, I made a video yesterday about, no, it wasn't yesterday. Or was it yesterday? It was just yesterday. About how well everything was going. About how every time I turned around, something wonderful happened. I found what I lost. I saw something cute or beautiful. And wouldn't you know it, that night I went home and I had talked about how I got movies because I hate to eat alone. And when I got home and went to eat and watched the movie that I had rented that I was looking forward to, it wouldn't play. It just wouldn't recognize that there was a disc in there. And I spent the whole meal basically, quote, alone. I was distracted by trying to get the computer to work, but I just didn't, reboot. Whatever I tried, it wouldn't work. So I give up on that, and I go to edit the video that I had made, and it won't import that particular video. It imports, I think, everything else that I was looking for, but it wouldn't import it. When I tried to import it, it said everything was imported, but it wasn't imported. So I had to edit all of my video and then erase it, transfer it to whatever, external storage, and then erase it off of that computer, and then just download the one video. Eventually it showed up and I was able to edit it, but I got to bed really late. And the next morning I got up and went to work, and a friend, two of her aunts were driving, and they had an accident, and one of her aunts died. The other is in the hospital. And another aunt had just lost her son. And in the last year this aunt has lost her mother, her father, her son, her sister, and a nephew. How do you even begin to process? On a high note, a friend of mine graduated from her training as a CNA. She graduated today, and at lunch I went to her graduation, and it was a beautiful ceremony. And I was really enriched by the talk that they had. It really almost brought me to tears about how the generation that this group of CNAs has chosen to serve gave us what we have right now in this country. They fought the wars, they went through the Depression, they built and rebuilt this country, and it's an honor to serve them. But then as I left and went to go back, my car started revving. Just revving. If I would shift gears or if I would stop, it would rev really, really high. And it sounded and smelled like it was about to burn up. And I just was praying, please just get me back to work. But I would try to put on the brake to slow down when I needed to, and it would pull against it. And I thought, this thing's could run away from me. My coworker took me to get my car, my other car. My grandmother left me a car. She died of breast cancer this past August. And now here I am, driving down the road, tearing up, thinking about all that this generation has given me. And I got to thinking, I have some other disappointments, but they're hardly worth mentioning. They really are. But I got to thinking, as a Christian, there's a verse in the Bible that says to rejoice with those who rejoice and to mourn with those who mourn. When it happens in the same day, it's just quite an experience. And I guess I'm struggling with how I feel about it, how to feel, because I haven't really been in my life much, I just was very distanced from it for a long time. But ever since I got to marry the man of my dreams and then lost him, I've been more in it. I've been more feeling my life as it happens, and I just don't know how to process, how to feel this. I've seen how other people seem to handle it. Some people, they don't let any sadness touch their happiness, their joy. They just don't have time for it. You know, they just, I don't know how, just put it off and just say life is too short. And they only strive to be happy. Whereas I've seen other people that will not let their happiness touch their sorrow. They hold on to their sorrow, and they don't feel any of the joys or anything good from the good things that happen. I mean, I don't know who will watch this or who will want to comment, but I mean, if you do, if you've had anything like this happen, where something beautiful and wonderful happens, like a birth of a much-wanted child that happens the same day as the funeral of a much-loved family member, and do you smile? Smile ruefully through your tears? Or do you swing high and low from happy to sad? Me, I'm just reeling. But smiling. I can feel that. But still smiling. Which, I don't know if it's a woman thing or a southern thing. I might not put that in video, but... Oh, and my camera battery died. So I'm stuck talking to the camera that gives me a lisp. And I did see a groundhog. I saw several, but one was alive.